Like, dude, she's got to be sitting there like, holy. We're going to look at Cierra Jackson's 71-72. The furthest throw outside Ramona since, 1989. This throw is an absolute bomb. So let's look at this in full speed, see what we think, come back and just check this out. So keep in mind now, right? Like, she's sitting right here at 67.07. So great competition by this point. She's had a good meet, so probably getting in thinking, hey, I'm in third place. Might as well let one loose. Let's see what happens. Like, dude, she's got to be sitting there like, holy, and like just the pull. And that's the thing, like, we've seen her with huge warm-ups. Boom. We've seen her win the NCAA title last year. She's 23 years old, so we've seen what she's done. I think we analyzed her NCAA throw last year as well. So let's check this out now. Not the best angle, but let's look at each position of pickup here, okay? So what are we looking at? That foot opens well. Usually pretty level with the left. I feel like she's not as hunched over as she used to be, but I would say on this throw here, pretty level with the left. Left foot opens pretty well. Starting to turn that right here. Discus palm is forward. So she carries with the palm forward, level left arm, and then let's see, as she opens from this position here, what's that left foot do, okay? So that's where the left foot gets to. Maybe it's hard because of the direction of this video, but if we check out that left foot, that looks like it stops pretty much right there. Now let's go back, and now we can see her right leg is dorsiflex with that left foot. Or right foot, sorry, right foot. Left arm seems pretty level, right? Yeah, so the left foot stays. Left arm's level. And then here's where she starts to come off of that left foot right at this point, just prior to touchdown. So now she's got the flight time here. Okay. Comes across here with that right side. Now, the one thing I want to point out is, like, yes, she sweeps here. Watch the relative speed of the left foot. Watch here. And what I'm talking about is that when her right grounds, because her right is still not down. Okay, so her right is not down. Chest is pretty much stacked over the right quad. Left arm's level right here. Left foot getting to the front, right? So right here's where the right foot grounds. I want to point out the high point right here, level left arm. So she's got a stacked high point over top of the right. Left leg's driving forward quickly with that chest back over that right side. So let's get to this slide here now, where we can see the left foot starting to almost get down, but look at how stretched, look at how mobile the upper back, the elbow, like she has, Matt Denny has a similar like flexibility in that elbow here, where it just sort of like lengthens. It's almost weird. It's like you have the humerus here, and then the radius almost takes like a turn backwards. And the fact that they maintain such great thoracic extension and rotation here in the upper back, and I know Denny does mobility at almost, Denny keeps that as mobile as possible, and it seems Cierra is doing that as well. So here we get the left arm starts to come forward, but the interesting part on Cierra's throw is that the discus is still way back. So now that left comes down, left arm looks to be forward slightly. But even here, the right is so deep, she's got a great stretch. Okay, now she gets into that flat left foot. That's like the classic right there, this position. She's starting to rotate really well from the hip. The right side's rotating around right here. So let's go another frame. Now we get to this frame. This is where we're going to see what? The double bent knee. Now, I would argue here the right knee comes through super bent. Notice the hip extension from the right side. Notice the tension. And Christoph Kipps almost talked about this a bit, where it's like the discus is like out and just slightly lower. Looks like her hip is through here. Big one here that I think is a point is like that left foot is still flat. So we can go back and see she pretty much has like a flat left for 2 to 3, 3 frames right here. Still flat right there. And then as she releases, she's releasing, edge is down, okay? You can see with the edge right here. She's so patient sitting through where the shoulder goes forward, the left side sort of comes back. She's still pretty much on the ground. Wow, that's a lot of arrows on the screen. Right here. And now she's just rotating on that really, really well. So now you can sort of see, even after she releases like 2 frames later, she's still patiently sitting there. So she slammed on the brakes. And then you can just see that right side comes through right to where her left foot was. Okay, so that's where her right side lands. I'm going to go back to where you can see now the arrow from where her right foot, this is like genuinely almost perfect transfer forward. I'd say maybe she's slightly off balance. It's crazy how good this throw is. And I want to see, I think they said that she's had like a 23-meter back overhead or something unbelievable. Discus is just flying like, this is the thing when you can fly a discus like this. Also great work by the cameraman. There's like minimal wobble, and now you can start to see that outside edge turn over. That's the whole thing. The better that timing turnover is, the turnover time, the better this is going to be distance-wise. And this, like, look at that. Look at how far past 71 it's a 72-meter throw. It's crazy. So now I want to see from this next angle. She's like, holy crap, this is unbelievable. Is this real? There's 2 angles that I really like, because I think if you can reflect back, like right here, mobile, let's go like this. Super mobile here. Left foot comes forward. And remember, when her left comes down, how well she pulls on it. So her left's probably down right here. And so even though her left is forward, this is how deep she's catching it. Okay, so you can see that. I think this is Kamga's coach, if I remember correctly. Over here. So we get this big pull, boom. And this is where you can see that hip really comes through here. Everything comes through very strongly here. Great rotation through from that hip. She just sits through. Now, the angle I wanted to see is the next one right here. I want to see if I can move the actual video, because this pole's sort of in the way. But this is where I feel like it's so noticeable how quickly her right side comes through. It's sad that it's 2026 and this is like the best angle that we can get. It's like bothering me that we weren't, like, there's not cameras all around the screen, like being able to record a 71, 72. Like, dude, I'll be honest, I think that's bull. But I want to point out here, if you're looking at Cierra's left foot, I'm going to zoom in here, or put the arrow on it. You can see that left foot really holding nice. And that's a point that a lot of people just don't point out, that when you come off the left so well and you get that down, you can really accelerate that finish. And you can still see here, her left is still down, her right is still down, and the discus is here. So she has the left down, the right's rotating as long as possible, and then her feet are grounded and the discus in her hands. At least I think it is. Pretty sure it is, yeah. Yep. So, geez. Just an absolutely phenomenal throw. And you could just hear the excitement there too. It's like, let's watch this one more time. I think the big thing is just being balanced, coming off that left fast, catching, and just turning as well as possible. Boom, 71-72, Diamond League record. Absolutely. This could be one of those competitions where she just, explodes forward with her career. She's 23. She's going to get more and more stable as she ages, gets stronger. A crazy... the people that she beat in this meet alone is just absolutely fantastic. The best. This is unbelievable. So congrats to Cierra Jackson. She is not a Throws University thrower, but head over to throwsuniversity.com so you can throw far and PR. Peace.